Hello, I am Kristen and welcome to my journey. I am trying to heal my body and my mind through nutrition. And if you've been following along, thank you so much. If you're new to my channel, please make sure to subscribe, hit that like button, and follow along. So I did the carnivore diet for 100 days, and now I am reintroducing foods going more animal based. So today I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what is a carnivore diet, because a lot of people get confused as to what you can eat, what you cannot, and there's a lot of information out there. So there are a few doctors that I recommend that you check out their videos and see what exactly the carnivore diet is all about. I will link those people in my description. And these are the people, a lot of them that I followed along and got information before I even started a carnivore diet. So if you're looking to start a carnivore diet, definitely do your research. Do not go based off anything that I say because of what it has helped heal in my body, because there is no one size fits all in nutrition. What helped me heal may not work for you, and maybe you need something that doesn't work for me. So always do your research. This is just based off of my journey alone. I am not a nutritionist or a doctor. I wanted to just come and share why I started the carnivore journey, what it's done for me, and how it's helped, the struggles, things that I'm still working on healing my body. And so today I just want to talk to you, what is the carnivore diet? So the carnivore diet is based simply off animal protein. That is it. So animal protein like beef, chicken, game, seafood. You can have eggs, and in moderation, you can have some dairy like cheese and heavy whipping cream. If your state sells raw cheese and raw dairy, you can also try to consume that. Of course, see how that works for you, because maybe you have an intolerance and you can't handle cheese, and so we don't want to add that into your diet. But I was able to have my red meat, my steaks, my ribeyes, my chicken, my seafood. Organ meat also is another one, and bone marrow, bone broth. And so anything that is animal protein, anything that comes from an animal. So you do not want to have fruits, vegetables, grains, beans, right? That is not on your list for a carnivore diet. So now, going into my reintroduction stage, I am doing a more animal-based diet, and people are also confused as to what does that mean. Well, an animal-based diet is very similar to the carnivore diet. I'm still going to have everything that I can have over here in the carnivore diet that we mentioned, but I'm also able to start implementing a little bit more of carbohydrates. Now, I'm not talking about carbohydrates like rice and pasta and bread. No, although it would be amazing if that was good for my body, right? But no, I am not reintroducing those. I may try that one day as an experiment, but that is not animal based. So make sure that you are not adding those as your carbs. When I talk about carbs, I'm talking about fruit. So lots and lots of different fruits. And there are so many fruits out there, depending on the time of year, depending on where you live. And so far I've implemented blueberries and tangerines, and I might do avocado today or a banana. I'm not quite sure which one yet, but any kinds of fruit, and also some animal-based diets, if it works for you, does include raw honey. Now, recently, I just saw this information about unheated honey, and I wasn't quite sure what that was. I've never really seen that on the label. And so I started to kind of look into that, and I'm still kind of doing my research, but it's apparently the way that they extract the honey, it's not heated, whereas others are. So I'm kind of learning about this. If you are a honey expert, please leave me links or information below. I would love to learn more about this. But to my understanding, raw honey and unheated honey is very similar. So I'm now going to be on the search in Miami for a unheated raw honey. I don't know where I can find that. If you have any sources, again, please comment, let me know where I can find that. So the benefits on starting a carnivore diet for me was losing a little bit of weight. My overall goal was not to lose weight. There are many people that get on a carnivore diet to lose weight. And yes, that will work, but it will only be a temporary fix if you are going to then later on start eating the way you were eating. So, any type of diet that you get into, if it is for weight loss, I highly recommend you possibly speaking to either a nutritionist, a dietitian, or somebody that can help you along the way to see what may or may not work for you. Because if you go to such a restrictive diet like the carnivore just to lose weight, I you're going to gain it back when you start eating all the other stuff that you used to eat before. Just like if you do keto or any of these diets, if it's not something that you're going to stick with, then you need to find a more balanced nutrition for yourself that'll work for you for weight loss. That is my personal opinion. But I think that going on carnivore is more than just about losing weight. For me, I think carnivore is more about finding a healthier way of living for your body, because we have one body and we need to treat it right. And there's been so many years that you've probably been eating just a bunch of processed foods out there and fast food and whatnot, and it's been harming your body little by little. At least for me, I know that it was, because I got microscopic colitis when I was in my early 20s. I've had thyroid issues. I have had depression, anxiety, bloatedness, brain fog, fatigue. So for me, I know that nutrition is the first step that I need to take into healing my body, because I've gone to the doctors and the doctors will run blood work and the blood work will say that I'm fine. And I'm not fine because I just listed all the things that I have. And so I also am a person that I don't like to be on medication if I can avoid it. Now, I think that medication is important if you absolutely need it. I was on medication for a while when I found out that I had Graves' disease, because I was in such a state of sweating throughout the day, fatigue, hair loss. I had anxiety, depression. I had a lot going on. And so my choice was to get on this medication. This was before finding nutrition. The doctor never at one point said, "What are you eating? Let's talk about your nutrition." And unfortunately, a lot of doctors don't do that. I have yet to find a doctor that does. And so I think that do your research, check out what nutrition can do, see testimonials on what people are saying about fixing your nutrition and cutting out the processed foods and the heavy carbs like rice and pastas and things that are processed a lot along the way. Um, we, I pause because I'm careful with my words, because I know that everybody is sensitive with food. There are people who have actual problems and relationship with food. And so you also have to find what works for you so that you don't fall back into wanting the sugars and the sweets and all the things that are bad. So going animal based, like I am, the natural sugars and fruits, some people say that it causes them to crave all the bad foods that they used to eat. And so if that is you, then you may not want to add fruit into your diet, and you may not want to go more animal based. Maybe you want to go a little more keto and not do the fruits. Keto adds in more veggies. Veggies for me do more harm. I have yet to implement and reintroduce veggies just to see how I feel. I might do that later as an experiment, but right now I'm sticking with a carnivore animal based diet. So animal based, like we were talking about, it is exactly carnivore, all of the animal proteins. And like I said, you're going to add in the fruit and the raw honey. Now, there are certain fruits that you may think are veggies, and we'll talk about that. I saw a couple comments like, what? Like, that's a fruit? Yes, it is. Avocado, right? I just mentioned that I might reintroduce avocado. Avocado is not a veggie, avocado is actually a fruit. So I will be trying to implement avocado. Cucumber is also a fruit. There are certain squash and zucchini that is fruit as well. So these are the vegetables or fruits that I will be reintroducing into my more animal-based diet. And I hope that you found all of this information informative. I know that I kind of babbled on a little bit, but I come in here and I talk to you and I'm not really 100%. I should probably prep a little bit more. I know, but I'm just kind of coming in and having a conversation with you, talking about how I feel so far on this journey and the struggles and the good and the bad, why I am doing this, and also wanting to share with you a little bit of information to help you along the way. So leave in the comments, are you new to carnivore? Are you trying to research about carnivore? Are you trying to start carnivore? Or have you been doing carnivore and how has it been going? Or are you on an animal-based diet? I would love to hear from you as well, because a lot of my followers are more on the carnivore train, and I would love to hear a little bit more about my animal-based diet friends. So leave comments and I will see you again tomorrow. I think I will tell you now actually, what day am I on? 107 is today. So tomorrow will be 108 days on this journey, 8 days of reintroduction. And I think I actually I kind of did tangerine, maybe I think for 4 days instead of 3. So definitely today I will be trying out a new fruit. Wish me luck. And so far, so good. Everything is going great. I hope that you are having a beautiful, beautiful day, and I will see you tomorrow.